Hello gamers and welcome back to some preview gameplay of Europa Universalis 4 with the Emperor. DLC, playing with Bohemia because of the Hussites. Yeah. And we went down the tolerance path. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. I've got all diplomats somewhere. Austria, they tell us of the Kingdom of Italy and the Empire. For years now, imperial authority over the Kingdom of Italy has been waning. Successive emperors have failed to impose their will on the Italian states. Now the question is, can I do something in the economy tab? Root out corruption, yeah. Why would I pay anything to root out corruption? I don't... Okay, corruption changes by plus. Okay, we need to pay a little bit. Fleet means we don't have a fleet. We don't have a colony. There's military maintenance. Can I change the military maintenance? It's not here. Fort maintenance. Army maintenance, there we go. Let's definitely reduce the army maintenance. A little bit at least. Let's move them back. Our corruption is growing. I don't want that. Here we go. Shouldn't be growing now. Good. Disputed succession. Our army has... Okay, the army has arrived. So if I recall everything correctly, we need to check the width our army can have. Army tradition. Naval force limit. Morale, land force limit, navy tradition. Here we go. Combat width. Determines how many regiments may fight at the same time. Increased combat width can be unlocked. 20, that's a lot. I think that has changed for sure since I've last played. Used to be much lower, more like 5 or something. So which means it's actually a good thing to have 20 units in your army. So we're going to save up to increase the number of our soldiers. Let's merge them. All right. Okay. So, for how much more can I improve the relations? They've announced Venice their rival, so it's good I didn't go for Venice as a sort of ally. On the other hand, I could maybe go against Austria together with Venice, and we seem to like them, they are neutral. Let's actually stop relation improvements here, because eventually we will need to work with them. Oh yeah, I've forgotten. I've got the information over here as well. About the diplomats, where they are. Let's send them to Venice. Is there actually a chance for an alliance? Yes, there is. And then we've got merchants who transfer stuff to Saxony. So let's check. Okay, Teutonic Order might be an enemy of ours eventually. Okay, why would I be steering trade here? Doesn't really make that much sense, does it? Golden Bull, I think, is something new as well. Should have read that more carefully. I don't have a trader there. Inland Center of Trade. What's that? Gold coin province trade power. Let's go for collect from trade. We'll use your trade power to draw income. Your capital permanently collects from trade, and sending a merchant will improve the trade power. You can collect from trade in any other node, but only as long as your merchant is present. There will be blood. Okay, let's collect from trade. Actually, steering stuff in this direction is good. We need this guy here, who is in Krakow. Let's use him. Let's see if we have a benefit from that. 2.33. Let's see the next tick. Oh, 2.3, actually less than before. But I think for the trade power, it ain't bad. From provinces, main trade city and area. Merchant present gives only 2.0, which is like nothing. How can I... Let's try to send him. I wonder... Let's recall the merchant. Okay, I need to click up here actually. Now we're in Krakow. Let's transfer trade power. We transfer 0.09. Is it going to stay like that? I think not. Okay, we've got a marriage proposal from Opole. Let's go for it. We lose some legitimacy, which is also decreasing every year, but now also increasing a bit more because of the royal marriages. He's Barbara of Scilly. The Royal Order of the Dragon was created by Holy Roman Emperor Sigismund and Barbara of Scilly, Holy Roman Empress and Queen of Hungary and Bohemia. This order requires its initiates selected nobility to defend the cross and fight the enemies of Christianity. Serving as regent when her husband was absent, Barbara also administered large feudal fiefdoms and taxes independently and was actively involved in politics and economy. When the two of them attended the Council of Constance, many were struck by her youth, vitality and beauty. With the death of her husband in 1437, Barbara has taken on the role of a dowager queen, settling down in Bohemia and retired from political life. Despite this, the imperial court still views her with some suspicion. We would certainly benefit from her experience, though giving her a position of influence might strain relations with the emperor. A woman of our taste, give her a place as advisor to the king-elector. The Austrian Catholic statesman Barbara of Scilly joins your court, skilled to diplomatic relations, and 50% cheaper to employ, but the opinion changes by -10, which ain't that bad. Or we go for prestige. And that's a diplomatic advisor, which is actually... Was it yeah, that's really good, because we don't have one yet. Let's go for her. And we still need to recruit her, but she's like super cheap. The problem we've got now, obviously, is that if we raised our army maintenance, we'd have a problem. Can I reduce fort maintenance, please? Fleet, army, root out. Is that still a thing? Technology, obviously. I need to improve all of that. Missions. We can't do anything. Imperial ambition. No, we can't do anything here. Faith's bastion. Interesting. Surrender of Maine. Mothball all forts. There we go. Here we go. And we can automatically raise maintenance during war. We need to collect some money. Return of the Hussites. Attempts at enforcing the religious peace between Hussites and Catholics have broken down despite our best efforts. Jiri the Podebrat, leader of the Hussite faction, has raised an army and now marches upon Prague. He means to make himself king of Bohemia and secure religious freedom for the followers of Hus. Jan Hus knew the truth. Hussite becomes the new state religion of Bohemia. This will also apply to our ruler and possibly heirs. Jiri the Podebrat, with a strong claim of Czech heritage following the Hussite Faith, becomes ruler at the age of 25. Jan Hus is basically like the Martin Luther of the Hussite Faith. Let the king-elector follow Hus, the nation follows Rome. So, Catholicism gains reform desire. Bohemia gets Hussite rule until his death. Gives us infantry combat ability, diplomatic reputation, and yearly papal influence go down. Or we will be loyal to Rome and we have to fight. I think I'll go for this one. The reform desire goes up, but then eventually we can become a center of reform. And we have a new state religion. And a new ruler, which is actually a good thing. Let's pause. Considering our shitty stats we had before. So he's a zealot, which gives us missionary strength, and in 10 years he'll get a new personality. So let's take a look at the mission here. What have I fulfilled? Hussite Regency, I think we fulfilled this one. Missionary maintenance cost goes down, that's obviously very nice. Everything else we can't click. Bohemian Crystal. Interesting. Needs to have lots of development and a workshop. So what about this one? Have religious unity. All provinces in the Bohemia area owned by Bohemia. Okay, so next we need to go for conversion, obviously. But we can't convert that much. Let's start with just one. And one that's fast and cheap, that would be this one. Okay, development goes down. Okay, but we need to do it. Let's unpause. Our focus on mercantilism is making life hard for our merchants who trade in foreign places. We could give them support, or we get an absent merchant. I don't want to lose diplomatic power. Ah, there it is, the diplomatic relations, 3 out of 4. Very good. Saxony, Royal Marriage and Alliance, Opola and Glasgow. Let's say they should have stayed home. I don't want to lose diplomatic power. Provincial unrest. In Ostrava, which is down here. Let's send the army, it should help a little bit. This fort is now red. This is actually our only fort, because this is like the capital fort. Let's rename our army. Let's call it Hussite Army. The merchant is free. Okay, why is that? That's the one who was in Vienna. That's a bit odd that they call it free. Oh no, it's not the one in Vienna. It's the one I wanted to send back to Krakow. Transfer trade power with this dude. Okay, there he is. And that should give us something. It's still 0.09. Okay, we gained some coins. And I think we can continue with the... Which territory is actually... This is mountains. Hills, I think. Forest. Yeah, let's go for the mountain territory. Because I don't want to fight the rebellion there. And... Can I convert it from here? That's the development. Bohemia, okay. Interesting that they've got like this red cup. Oh! With the union of Jirji and Eliska, we have gained not only a spouse but also a new ally in the realm. The Zerotin is an old and influential family, and their seat in Olomouc is a jewel of the kingdom. Of course, our friendship has to go both ways, and Eliska will be expected to speak for her kin, while our king-elector will be expected to consider such advice very carefully. Olomouc is the seat of the family of our electress. This province will be less likely to revolt, but will be granted privileges, making it harder to tax or convert. That's bad. Olomouc gets seat of strong aristocrats until the end of the game. Okay, missionary strength reduced by 5%, that's a lot. And they get lots of autonomy. Okay, we've got an heir. He's called... Let's pause again. Okay. That's actually very decent. It's not great, but it's decent. Let's call him Heinrich. Okay. And Eliska is our new electress. Okay, I'm getting the hang of it again. I can't send any more missionaries because I've only got one. Look at this, there's a war going on here. Defender is Thuringia against rebels. King-elector G is now just, which is good. That wasn't 10 years, was it? Can't be, that's like 2 years. Okay. I think that income is decent. Military-wise, it's not so good. Strengthen the government. That's our accepted cultures. Economy. Trade. Obviously, one of the key things... This is new to me here, the policies. One of the things you always have to consider when you go for a country is the idea group. Okay, as trade between East and West. Okay. And yeah, this is new to me here, the Age of Discovery stuff. And where can we find our ideas? Here. Okay. So, we've got Compactor of Prague. The Hussite wars are over, and it's time to unite the nation. Let all be forgiven, so the Czech people can live in peace. +3 tolerance of heretics. Could be good for expansion, because everyone else will be like Catholic that we conquer. Elective monarchy. For too long, the fractious nobility of Bohemia have been a huge impediment to royal authority. From now on, we will ensure that every new monarch has the full support of the nobles prior to his or her coronation. That should avoid any problems. Wagenburg. During the Hussite wars, our armies relied on wagon forts, which would allow us to win battles we should have lost. Although we may not always use wagons, using infantry sharpshooters from defensive positions will become the tactic of choice for our ever-invincible Czech armies. That's actually quite good. Combat ability plus 10% for infantry and shock damage received is reduced. That's very good. Letter of Majesty, basically national unrest -1. Technology cost reduced is also good. Stability cost modifier reduced is good. And then cost of advisors with ruler's culture reduced is also good. We have level 3 and need level 5 of administrative technologies to unlock an idea slot. Yeah. So let's take a look at our technology for a second. Yeah, this is going slowly. We really need those points. And the plan for the next episode is to take a look at the diplomatic situation around us. Thanks a lot for watching. Until then, bye for now.